Hello and welcome to the video about creating and using models in the BMC Remedyforce Summer 15 release. In this video, you'll get an overview of models and see how to create models, apply models to CIs and assets, synchronize model updates with linked CIs and assets, and inactivate or delete models based on your requirements. Finally, you will also see how models can be generated from CIs and assets in BMC Remedyforce CMDB. Models enable system administrators to standardize key attribute values in CIs and assets. Models also help users to reduce the time required to create CIs and assets. You can think of models as templates for CIs and assets that help to drive data consistency in BMC Remedyforce CMDB. Consistent data makes it easier to locate key information, analyze data, and generate relevant reports. Let's see an example of how models can be implemented. Let's say a Remedyforce administrator creates a model for Dell Latitude D800 laptops that need to be provisioned to new HR team members. The administrator creates a model and specifies the model name and manufacturer, and additional attributes such as supported by and total physical memory. When this model is applied to Dell Latitude D800 instances in BMC Remedyforce CMDB, this data across all instances is consistent. When a new HR team member needs a laptop, the service desk staff has to simply assign an available laptop to the team member. To create models, you must navigate to the Remedyforce Administration tab, click the Configure CMDB 2.0 tile, and then click the Model subtile. Model records that you create are stored in the Models object. Before creating models, it might help to identify all models that are used in your IT environment, such as laptop and server models, and determine the model name, manufacturer name, and other attributes that you want to standardize for each model. To create a model, click the Remedyforce Administration tab. On the Remedyforce Administration tab, click the Configure CMDB 2.0 tile. And on the Configure CMDB 2.0 tile, click Models. The list view displays all active models. To create a new model, click the New icon. On the model form, enter the model name, from the class type list, select Asset Classes. The class type field is used only to filter the classes that are displayed in the CMDB class list. From the CMDB class field, select the laptop class. Note that you cannot update the CMDB class field of an existing model, so select the class carefully. Next, enter the manufacturer and the description. In the Set Attributes section, additional attributes can be defined for this model. The attributes list displays all supported attributes for the selected class, including attributes inherited from the parent class. From the list of attributes, select Supported by. From the User Lookup, select the appropriate user and click Add. Next, add the Total Physical Memory attribute, specify a value and click Add. Notice that the manufacturer name attribute was automatically populated in the Set Attributes section when you entered a value in the manufacturer field on the form, in this case Dell. Click Save to create the model. Before we apply this model to an instance in BMC Remedyforce CMDB, let us understand the importance of selecting the appropriate class for a model. In the CMDB instance editor, users can apply a model only to instances of the class that is selected in the model and its child classes. For example, if you create a model for the computer system class, the model is available while creating an instance of the computer system class and all its child classes. If you create a model for the server class, the model is available while creating an instance of the server class only. Based on your goal, you can decide the class that you must select for a model. The Summer 15 documentation provides a few best practices related to selecting a class for a model. Let's see how models can be applied to CIs and assets. Click the Remedyforce CMDB tab. Because we have created a model for the laptop class, select the laptop class from the left panel and then click the new icon. In the instance editor, enter the instance name, and from the model name attribute, select the model that we have just created. Notice that the supported by and the total physical memory attributes are automatically populated. Specify the asset status and click Save. As we just saw, users can use models to quickly create an asset or CI instance, and administrators can ensure that the data populated is consistent. Notice that the model manufacturer attribute is populated after the instance is saved. Now that the model is applied to an instance of the laptop class, let's see how updates to this model are synchronized with the linked instance. In the Dell Latitude D800 model, change an attribute value. Say the total physical memory of these laptops has changed to 12. In the Set Attributes section of the model record, update the total physical memory to 12. Click Update and save the model. To apply this change to the linked instance, click the Sync CI and Asset Instances icon. To see if this change is reflected in the asset instance, expand the Supporting Information, Linked Configuration Items and Assets section. This section displays all CIs and assets to which this model has been applied. When you click the Dell Laptop for HR 009 instance, it opens in the Instance Editor in a new browser tab or window. Notice that the total physical memory attribute value has been updated in this instance. If you do not want to apply this model to CIs and assets going forward, maybe because you're phasing out this laptop model, you can inactivate this model. In this case, all references to this model in existing CIs and assets are retained. You can also choose to delete this laptop model. However, in this case, all references to the model in linked CIs and assets are also deleted. Finally, let's take a look at how models can be generated from existing CIs and assets. To generate models, you must click the Remedyforce Administration tab, the Configure CMDB 2.0 tile, and then the General CMDB Settings subtile. The model generation feature is helpful for existing customers who have BMC Remedyforce CMDB records but no models. This feature creates the models from existing CMDB records. Based upon the quality and consistency of the data, some cleanup might be required to remove model inconsistencies and duplicates. Models are generated based on unique values in the model attribute in CIs and assets. Note that the model attribute is not displayed by default in the instance editor in a new installation of Summer 15. Models are generated only if the values in the model field do not match values in the model name field in existing model records. It is important to note that the model generation process also links the new models to the CIs and assets from which they are generated. Let us look at a few scenarios to better understand how models are generated from existing CIs and assets. Let's consider a scenario in which 3 CIs in BMC Remedyforce CMDB share the same model, manufacturer, and class. Because this model name does not exist in the models object, a new model is generated and applied to the 3 CIs from which it was generated. Notice that the model name and model manufacturer attributes in these CIs are now populated. Let's look at a scenario in which the model name and class in these 3 CIs is the same, but the manufacturer is different. When the model record is created, any one manufacturer is used in the model. In this case, it is Dell. When this model is applied to the 3 CIs, the model manufacturer attribute in all 3 CIs is populated as Dell. Finally, let's look at a scenario in which the model and manufacturer in these 3 CIs are the same, but the CMDB class is different. When the model record is created, any one class is used in the model. In this case, it is a laptop class. In this case, the model is applied to only the CI that is an instance of the laptop class. In this case, CI 003. The model name and model manufacturer attributes in the other two CIs are not populated. You will need to create another model with a different model name and then apply that model to these CIs. For more information about managing models, refer to the BMC Remedyforce Summer 15 online documentation. We hope this video has helped to familiarize you with the model's capability in the BMC Remedyforce Summer 15 release. Thank you for watching.